Hello everybody, I am Anderson Mieles and today my group, which is constituted by Juan Camilo Bernal, Luis Clavijo, Laura Waldron, Juan Camilo Leal and my person are going to show you the process carried out to evaluate a house for the next three certification systems in sustainability. One, firstly, LEED, secondly, wealth, and thirdly, the certification of BREEAM. Okay, let's start with the presentation. A moment, please. Okay, the house is a part of a residential project named Los Robles, Bosque Residencial, located in Cajica, and the project was developed in an area of 100 hectares with country houses with social strata of 5. The exact location of the project is in the kilometer 4.5 on the way that join Cajica and Zipaquirá. The house comes with 3 bedrooms, so it's the plans. 3 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, a kitchen, 2 terraces, 2 living rooms, a TV room, a space for hobbies, a deposit, and 4 parking zones distributed in an area of around 200 square meters. Also, the project has the following boundaries. In the north, with the Zipaquirá variant, in the south with Cajica Town, in the east with the Compensar Country Club and Military University, and in the west with the forest. On the other hand, the residential complex has a lot of common zones such as clubhouse with table games, some tennis courts, recreative a part for recreative golf, a mini market, gym, stables, and more common zones. The structural system of the house is moment-resistant frames, foundation in isolated footings, and grade beams. In the second plant, the house has a structural wall with tie beams. On the other hand, the project was selected to the calculation because it's the house of one of the participants of the class, so that it's interesting to know what could be the rate that our house could achieve in a certification system. On the other hand, this type of exercises encourage us to think about how achieve a higher level in those certifications and study the possibility of change some stuff of our houses to develop a sustainable behavior in our lives.
Okay. Good night. I would like to start to talk about one of the certifications, the most important certifications to green buildings. So to start, I would like to talk about the problematic. We found that the environmental impact of the building design, construction, and operation industry is enormous. So also we found some information that show us that the building annually consumes more than 3% of the total energy and more than 60% of the electricity used around to, in this case, United States. And in 2006, the commercial building sector produced more than 1 billion metric tons of carbon dioxide, an increase of more than 3% over 2000 levels. So in this case, we have the commercial building sectors constitute of the 23% of all new commercial buildings projects. And this is a reality, and the impact that I have is a lot. And we have to work in different areas, and we have to start to see what is happening with this. So in these cases, we found some of these certifications, some of these evaluation studies. I would like to start to work of what is LEED. LEED, Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design, and is the most widely used green building rating system in the world. Available for virtually all building types. Also, LEED provides a framework for healthy, high efficient, have a good relation between cost and saving green buildings. Also, LEED certification is a globally recognized symbol of sustainability, achievement, and leadership. So, in this case, we can use LEED to evaluate different kind of buildings, different types, in different phases of the construction. It doesn't matter if it's the new construction or it's interior house. This is the point. We have to mention that this kind of studies, this kind of certifications, have a lot of benefits to us, the society, and promotes that people start to work in that. And this is important, and this is the main point, the objective of this kind of processes and evaluations. Okay. In this case, talking about LEED certification, we found that the program is the program offers the opportunity to work of the most important problems and challenges of our time, including global climate change, depends on non-sustainable and specific source of energy, and threats to human health. This is important because the work of the innovating buildings professional is a fundamental driving force in the green building moment. So the evaluation of this LEED program try to talk about these topics, and we have in this case 6 topics. These topics have some specific points to analyze depending on the conditions to the project and their impact in the society. We found here sustainable sites, water efficiency, energy and atmosphere, indoor environmental quality, innovation and design, regional priority. So and finally, we use this paper, this evaluation, and we start to order some items, all the items, and make a score. We found the score, and according to this score, we certificate the project in some scale. In this case, we have certificated, that the project is totally certificated with silver, gold, and platinum. So in this case, we made the exercises and the evaluation of the project. we found that the problem is in the silver scale. We have to mention there is a process was purely practical and there are some mistakes, but it's an interesting exercise and this can be more specific. So in conclusion of this process, we found that the project have some special conditions and try to work to improve a lot of things, but also it still have enough to work. So in conclusion, we have a good project with a good future, but it's important to continue. We have to continue in the processes, and we have to learn things and implement new keys to the program. So this is the part of the certification lead, and thank you so much.
Hi, my name is Juan Camilo Leal. I'm a student of civil engineering in the University of La Sabana. And today I'm going to talk to you about the one certification that is the Well Building Standard certification. So what is the best known certification internationally for the design, construction, and operation in sustainable buildings that looks to improve the quality of the spaces, to be specific, the buildings, interiors, and core, and the community, so it can be improved the wellness and health of the users. The goal is to reach the major percentage of the optimization of the buildings. It is available for every building. It is available for new projects or all buildings that want to improve the quality of life of the users. What does it look to improve? Okay, so the Well Building Standard certification, it has 7 concepts for healthier buildings. It is included the air, water, food, light, fitness, comfort, and mind. You can get, depending on the credits, like 3 levels. You can be characterized by 3 levels. The silver, that is to reach the preconditions. Gold, to have 40% of optimization, and the highest one, platinum, that is to reach 80% of optimization. These credits, you can see them on the guide, on the Well guide. And okay, in the buildings, it qualifies the retail to have a multifamily residential, education facilities, nice restaurants, commercial, and a commercial area. In the interiors, it applies just for commercial, so it doesn't apply for us. And for the core, it implements fundamental features into the entire base building. So we will have to see like the project in our case to see if it includes, but we don't have that information. Thank you so much and have a good day.
Well, we are going to talk about the BREEAM certification sustainability assessment method. The BREEAM certification is found in more than 78 countries around the world, but the countries that take certification more into account are UK, USA, Netherlands, Norway, Spain, Sweden, Germany, Austria, Switzerland, and China. What is BREEAM? BREEAM is the Building Research Establishment Environmental Assessment method, taking into account the project that we choose, that was the Los Robles, Bosque, Residencial, Cajicá. We are mainly guided with the certification system BREEAM to supplement the process of evaluation and deployment. Also, this method of certificate the buildings is the world's longest established for assessing, rating, and certificating the sustainability buildings. Also, the certification is independent and self-imposed, where the approach as an assessment method and sustainability certification of new or existing projects. The objectives are targeted to improve the sustainability of construction, to reduce the environmental impact, to acknowledge and promoting the best practices for the stock market in the civil engineering area. Well, at the same time, this certification pretends to set up a complete method to measure the environmental performance. For this project, we consider the sustainability pillars that are economic, environmental, social, and cultural. In the economic field, it reduces the user's charge as energy saving, water consumption, operation, and maintenance. In the environmental field, the energy and water saving allows the reduction of CO2 or carbon dioxide emissions during the project's lifetime. In social field, having air quality, illumination, the exterior views, it is considered as a benefit of the quality lifetime of the users in the project. And the cultural field makes an emphasis in understanding the construction, the implementation of the use of materials, and the importance of the construction in a sustainability way, making conscientization of the users. And well, there are 5 types of BREEAM certification, but in this case, or in this project, we are going to focus on the new construction BREEAM, a certification that evaluates the sustainability of a project according to the categories that we are going to describe above. There are management, health, well-being, water, energy, transport, and materials. And the last but not least, the land use.
So, review of articles. Nowadays, to carry out a project, you must consider the concerns of society and stakeholders and the impact of projects and with respect to the environment. We as engineers must be considered sustainable indicators so that sustainability can be measured to determine when it's a sustainable project and when it's not. The planning and how it affects the project in short, medium, and long term. By considering the indicators of each of the certifications implemented in the project, we can generate opportunities that give added value to our project. About net zero certifications, these types of implementation have gained a lot of popularity in countries where their goal is to develop long-term energy policies, and all these thanks to their easy implementation and reduction in unnecessary energy cost. Projects are viable, but they require this become an practical standard where the efforts made are looked and the difficulties that arise are overcome. To meet the definitions of net zero, the fundamental steps must be taken employing passive design techniques where energy efficient strategies and renewable energy generation are used to offset energy demand. And net zero building must be energy efficient first and then self-sufficient energy. Therefore, we hope that in some years this type of certification will be objectively regulated in our country and that sustainable projects will increase. As for the LEED certification, we can highlight that one of these main functions is to establish a point of comparison in the traditional construction and cost model by establishing LEED strategies. From this, know if the cost will be higher or not. Another information about the ecological modification with which buildings can be intervened, and all of this to consider in our professional future to be able to offer this type of alternatives and have advantage in the market. So in our project, we can see the intervention of this type of strategies, but it will be good to intervene at this point to guarantee the greatest efficiency and offer this type of certification now that the project can be intervened and not completely modify the construction.com for making campaigns now where people know this type of sustainability strategies. That could be will be the first step and then implement.